welcome, welcome. When you see this video, that's when you're supposed to, okay? Love you guys so much. I'm so glad you're here with me today. And again, blessings to you on this beautiful Sunday. Okay, let's get going. We've got so much to talk about today. For one, for my Libras waiting for someone on your mind. I've been told that if you are in a triangle, sorry to say it that way, but if you are part of a triangle, meaning they've put you in some kind of a triangle, guys, person that they're with currently, even though they don't want to be with that person, has tried everything to keep them away from you, including giving them what they think is the ultimate gift, which is freedom to sleep with anybody they want, just so long as they don't leave. This person is also aware that if they have to pretend to be pregnant so that your person doesn't leave them, they will do that. If they have to give them money, they will do that. Whatever it is they have to do, however it is they have to behave in order to keep them, they will do that. So it doesn't matter how much they love you or loved you, meaning they showed you the love, you felt the love between you. It doesn't matter, because the point is the person that's with them is willing to go to any extremes, including having no integrity whatsoever, in order to keep them away from you. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's just the way it is. Your person is either going to rise above that and be the bigger person and realize that it's a love that only comes once in a lifetime with you, or they're not, my dears. Sorry to tell you that right off, but I wanted to get it off my chest because Spirit has been talking about nothing else. Two cards that fell out, the Hierophant and Temperance. So if you're waiting for the right person or waiting for this person, I'm not going to tell you not to wait. We haven't got into the tarot yet. So let's first start with our angels, okay? Let's talk to our angels today. Let's see what they've got to tell us, and then we'll decide how this reading goes, okay? Thank you so much for joining me here today. Like I said, you are most welcome. If you've never been here before, my name is Victoria Violet. This is Gypsy Roots Tarot and Travel. I am someone who is a generational Romani. So my readings are just a little bit different. I do talk to the Holy Spirit. I do talk to Spirit, and I do tell you what Spirit wants you to know. Let's take a look to see what the guardian angels are saying today. The angel sharing, in my temple of silence, all is added to me as I commune with my soul. Sometimes we do have to be just a little bit silent, guys, in order to hear the word of God. Otherwise, our world is just making so much noise, we can't hear the answers to the prayers that we've been asking for, okay? That we've been anticipating or waiting for. Sharing is a sacred moment. To give and receive becomes the most intimate communication between two or more beings. Whoever communes participates in one spirit of life. So whoever you have around you, guys, make sure that they're good. Make sure, I always say this, okay? So don't judge lest you be judged, right? I always say this, guys. Even a bad person or a person of low caliber, right? I'm not trying to say people are of low caliber that you're around, but I'm saying in general, even people we don't want to be around or that we don't like very much because of their behavior, their life choices, can teach us something. They can teach us what we don't want to be like or what we shouldn't be like, what we shouldn't do, okay? So take it with a grain of salt, guys. The angel of kindness. I am free and powerful. I'm a powerful source of life and kindness. The essence of kindness is to realize the intricate and delicate network that we form with the beings in every kingdom. In all dimensions, the kindness of the soul inspires us to care lovingly and responsibly for our relationships with people, animals, plants. I love my plants. And things. To be kind is to realize within our hearts our total interdependence and to be thankful for all kingdoms of life exactly as they are. Oh my, I haven't gotten that one ever. Hi, Amy. Hi, Panda. How are you doing? I can't see the other person's head, but I can see their little head, their little emoji. Hi, how are you doing, honey? But I can't see your name, but send you love. Think about it, guys. I mean, we can think that what good are the trees? They just drop leaves and then we have to go rake them, right? I mean, some of us can think that way. But then others can say, oh my gosh, on a beautiful summer day, light breeze, just right, right? The temperature's just right, not too warm, not too cool. We can go sit under a tree and have a picnic. I had a house once upon a time that was right across the lake. And I would love to go and take my picnic basket, go sit there, go take a book with me. And I would get hungry, I would eat, and then I would take a nap because I would let the book just lure me into the story, and then I would take a nap. And it was beautiful. I loved living around the park, around that lake. And it's funny enough that I'm the third generation, or should I say my children are third generation that got to live around that lake, because my grandmother had a house around the lake, and then I bought a house around the lake, and my children got to grow up around the lake. So some beautiful memories like that can tell you that the plant kingdom, right, is beautiful. It's life-giving to be, one with the plant. Think about it. A lot of us eat vegetables. Those are plants. They come from plants, right? And the animals give blessing, give thanks for their life, right? When you do consume them. And the cats and the dogs and the birds, and some people have fish and turtles. Whatever you have, or maybe you don't have a pet, but once upon a time you did, or you just like animals in general. Thank the animal kingdom for the food and also for the company. Thank the plant kingdom for the food, for the blessings, for the sustenance, right? And the oxygen that comes from the trees. Everything has a reason for being. We do too. We toil the land, right? We turn it over so that it can start again. A lot of farmers, don't they just give rest, like a few years rest to their land, to their properties, and then they grow something in another field, right? In another piece of land, so that it can grow back the enrichment, right? The nutrients that it needs. So everything has a rhyme and a reason, guys. Everything. We are all interconnected. And so we should give blessing. Even our water. I had the good fortune of being an instructor. And one of our classes was on water. And we talked to the water. I had one portion of my classroom talk nothing but curses into the water. I had another portion, so we blocked everything off. Everybody left the room and talked nothing but beauty into the water. And let me tell you, it was so beautiful, because after we had froze the water and we cut, into the water and put it under the microscope, you could tell the water that had beautiful things set to it had like little shapes. You could see the ice crystals, looking almost like a snowflake. But the one that had the curses had squiggly lines. At one point I saw an actual anchor. I mean, another one looked like a kite with a tail on it. It was weird. But it has a lot of power, whatever you speak into your water or your food. I had a brother. Well, I still have a brother, I should say. He's still alive. And, a very Catholic man. So he would bless his food in public, right, before he would eat. My thing was always, I don't like to make some show of everything, right? But the sentiment, that was beautiful. Always giving thanks for your food. Because, things get hard sometimes. So when we have it really, really well, we should honor God and give blessings and gratitude, because you never know when things can change. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk to us today about. And this is a Libra reading, guys. However, whenever you see this, if you feel like this is your reading, then it's your reading. Air signs are welcome here, please. And thank you, Spirit. Let's see. I have 4 cards. I want 6, please. No, not that one. Lord, we don't want to start with that kind of energy. We don't want to start with that kind of energy. Oh, wow. One more, please, and thank you. One more, please. There you go. Thank you very, very much. So this is the Light Seers deck, guys, that we're going to start off with. Whew. All right. So let's go, Libra. Let's go. I saw the very first one that fell on the table was the 2 of coins. 2 of coins for me is, should I go this way? Should I go that way? What should I do? Well, sometimes we don't know what to do. Or sometimes we have so many beautiful choices, we don't know which one to take or make. The sun is here. You see that? Wow. The sun is here, guys. Man. Wow. I'm excited. I'm excited. Normally, the doggone cross watcher comes out before we can say boo. And I don't like it because then right away our energy gets tainted. I don't like it. So today is beautiful. We have the sun. We have the world. We have the world. Which way do you want to go? It's like Spirit is saying to you, okay, I watched you. I'm looking at you and I see you going, which way do I go? Which direction should I go? Where should I go? And Spirit is looking at you going, my sunshine. You know, my dad used to call me girasol, which is a sunflower. You know, my sunshine. What do you mean which way? You can go whichever way you want. The world is opening to you. You tell me which direction you want to go. You don't have doors that are closed to you at this time. You don't have a trap set for you that if you go this way, it's going to be right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. Go in whichever direction you feel like doing or going. But do you see this moon? It's like a dream state. Like, I feel so emotional. Feel emotional in a positive way, guys. Look, whatever it is that you want to do or wherever it is that you want to go, help is there. The 6 of Pentacles. And look, marching to the beat of your own drum. Isn't that lovely? That fire energy can take you wherever you want to go, Libra. So where do you want to go, I guess, is the question. It's not which way should I go. It's which direction do I want to go? What do I want to see now? You know, I've been watching a lot of videos on how to invest and when you should invest, where you should not invest, and why people haven't invested. I mean, it gets down the, you know, the little rabbit hole. It's like, oh, it's too late, or why are you so late, or why do you spend this way, and why do you spend that way, and don't spend your money. You have to live this way for a year. And I'm telling you, it can become overwhelming when you want to make changes that are broad, sweeping changes. I get it. But there was one podcast I listened to today, and I like what he said because it always brings me back to what the Buddha said. It's not too little or too much, right? Because he at one time, as per, you know, the written word in his own words, he sustained himself on 1 grain of rice per day. So, I mean, yeah, you could do that if you wanted to, but God is asking you why. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to sacrifice to the point to where you are wrecking your body? Like the people that want to lose weight fast, please don't do that. I lost 25 to 30 pounds on the job that I now have, and I wasn't trying to, guys. And yeah, that was great that I got to wear smaller clothes, but you guys saw me for a while. This was like really shaky business right down here. I had a turkey neck going on. And also you stop and think about the fact that you are malnourished. You're not allowing your body to take in those nutrients. And what can happen with that? Well, let's take the people that have to be homeless. And when I say have to be, that's their journey at present, that they're homeless. And they're not able to eat vegetables and cook right, etc. Those people can get rickets, and it wrecks your bones. Your bones will never be right again because they become very porous, like they have holes all over them, and they become brittle bone. So things like that can happen. Your skin, your eyesight, lots of things, guys. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but obviously you need to hear this, because God is saying when you make your choices, don't make it to an extreme. Just like a guitar or a violin or a cello, if you put the strings too loose, it's not going to play for you. No matter how much you know how to play and you know how to read music, it's not going to play for you. And you put it too tight, as you're making that beautiful music, it's going to bust. So it's the middle road. Always take the middle road. Don't be an extremist. But choices and changes are coming. The sun is in your favor, here to warm you, here to guide you. The light is a guiding light, but it's also fire and feeling. God does want you to have these feelings. See the moon? And it's funny enough, the sun and the moon, the yin to their yang, right? So stop and think about it. Your world, your light, your roads are opening up to you. So what do you want? Where do you want to go? How are you going to use this beautiful energy that's upon you right now? You have people that are willing to help you at this time. And again, this is coming in with fire. So take the road, maybe less traveled for you. Maybe you've never been down that road before, but that doesn't mean it's a wrong road. It just means, Libra, that you've never been down it before. And you have to have self-confidence, is what God is telling me. You have to have self-confidence, because this two of coins right here, this is coming in to show me, to tell you, you're coming in with the wrong attitude or with the wrong energy. Don't be afraid of what's in front of you. Just because somebody rings the doorbell or knocks on your door, if you don't have a peephole, you can't tell who's there. But it's the same thing with your life. You can't tell what's there. You can't tell, because see, we want to make decisions on, we're seeing everything before us, and I'm going to make a decision based on what I see. What if you can't see it? Let's take an instance of love. You can't see love. I mean, you can see it in loving energy, right? When people are good to you, when people treat you right, when people show you affection, right? And care. But you can't see it coming, not unless it's love at first sight, but that's a little different. Do you understand what I mean? You seem to be scared of what's in front of you because you can't see it. You can't see it. So don't be afraid. It doesn't matter which road you take. What matters is the things that are coming towards you right now are very beautiful indeed. So why not get into it, Libra, okay? The romance angels. Let's see what the romance angels have to tell us today. Let's see if love is opening up for Libra. Is love opening up for Libra? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. And for those that have never been here before, my readings do come along with a lot of philosophy involved, because that's the way Spirit talks through me. Spirit doesn't give me just cards to read black and white like the Lover's card. Okay, there's a choice to be made and that's it. I'm an intuitive reader. I am a high empath, and so my readings may not resonate with you because God has a lot to say and I'm not one to stifle him. So let's see. I already saw 2 cards fall out on their own. Third one here. Yipes. And this one came out in reverse, so I'm going to leave it in reverse. Okay. Free yourself. This one also came in reverse. So for some of you, maybe you need to free yourself of a situation, but maybe, hi, good luck givers and takers. How are you doing? Hi, is it Gen Shivasta? Yeah, Shivasta. I am so sorry. When I try to read very quickly, it probably doesn't come out right, especially if it's a foreign language. You are so welcome. So someone has to free themselves. But I don't think they realize that they're already free because it came in reverse. God. So you see this little corral around? Look at just the unicorn itself. Do you see the unicorn? Just the horn of the unicorn itself is taller and bigger than the corral. The corral itself, yes, surrounds the unicorn, but if you stop and think about it, horses in general, right? They jump fences every time, anytime they feel like it. So again, whoever I'm picking up on today, You've already been free. God has already set you free. You've already been freed. Whatever it is that you had to pay for in the past, you've already paid for it. It's time to take back control of your life. Literally says you're free. Take back control of your life. Remember what I just finished saying. I see somebody that's like, oh, 2 of coins. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know where. Just go. How about that? Just go. Not at all times has God paved the road before you. You yourself have the authority right now in your life to pave the road as you're going. Why do I say that? Because some people feel like, I have to follow religion, or I have to follow tradition. I have to follow my ancestors. If you stop and think about your ancestors way, way before you, let's say past your, not your grand-grandfather, but your grand-grandfather before that, how did they live? Were they feeling trapped? Did they give excuses for not moving forward? Like, I'm scared, or I don't know if I'm going to make the right decision, or did they just do it? You have to stop and think. Not everybody lived the way we do now. We didn't even have refrigerators at those times. We had to hunt for the things that we had for food, right? The hunter-gatherers. But also, a lot of people migrated. A lot of people made choices dependent on migration. My father, his parents, probably married into a Spanish family. Stop and think about that. Because my ancestors 1,000 years back were from India. So stop and think about the fact that sometimes they do change. Things change. Everything is not black and white. You deserve love. Holy smoke. You are lovable. You deserve love. Whoever this is, I think you're not in a good relationship currently, because otherwise, why would you want to free yourself? And why would God tell you you're already free? Why? It's time to take back control of your life. It says you are lovable. This came in reverse as well. Healing family issues. Lord God, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And it is time to forgive your parents for some of you, but it was reversed. So maybe you're finding it hard. Maybe your parents made decisions that were not the greatest decision ever. I know my parent didn't make the best decisions where I was concerned. I left home because of those decisions at a super young age to where I was still a child. I've had to, in essence, raise myself. And do you know that even though my parents have passed away, there's parts that I still find myself forgiving or working through on a daily basis. It could take a lifetime, but it's taking one step at a time to actually heal. And the best part of that is that if they are still alive, then everybody benefits, because they see that you're an independent person, that you have the self-confidence to live your life the way you choose. Right or wrong, you're the one that has to face your maker one day. You're the one that's making those choices, and you don't have to live by the beat of somebody else's drum. It's yours. It's your hand that's playing that beat. So you're the one that's going to decide which way you go. Okay? And if they have passed away like mine have, then you're healing. As you're healing family bloodlines, family ties. Because 9 will get you 10, that your great-great-grandparents did not live like your parents and your grandparents have lived. And so you don't have to live their life. You don't have to justify why you have to do exactly what they did, especially if maybe interpersonally it's not working for them, or it didn't work for them. So find a way of forgiving them, even if they don't accept you. Mine didn't accept me. Guys, I'm the baby of the family, and I'm just now getting to know one of my sisters all over again after 30 years of being abstinent from her life. Okay? But this time around, she's going to either have to take me the way I am, the person I am today, and not drag me backwards into what she thought I was or made me out to be, or I don't need to be in a relationship with her. I'm so sorry, but I have to love me. And that's what God is telling you. Do what you need to do to get yourself free. Live, march by the beat of your own drum. Do not allow others to mystify things for you. Oh my gosh, you're going to go to hell, or you're going to do this, that, or the other. You're going to bring shame on the family because you do this. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. Maybe you came here this lifetime around to change things for your family so that others that come after you don't have to. Don't have to. So think about that. Let's grab this one first. Let's see what else is coming. Oh, the Moonology deck is just wanting to talk, so I'll pull that out as well. Oh, I just saw the High Priestess. Let's see if she comes out again. What would you like to tell the Libra, since they are sitting here contemplating what road to take, left or right? I said go straight. Screw it, right? If you're worried about going left or right, how about just walking straight into your destiny, straight into your future? You don't have to go left. You don't have to go right. Go into your future. What do you want to tell Libra? Please and thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow. Okay. I can see it. I can see why some are so scared to make the wrong move. Okay? I can see it. Because for some of you, there's some money involved here. See that? Ace of Coins. But very, very fast, very soon, you're going to have to think about this, because it seems like you either may be going to court for some of you, or some of you are going to have to talk about this very seriously with maybe judges or lawyers. Maybe some of you are trying to get a divorce. Maybe that's why it said free yourself. Maybe some of you have had a long-term relationship and it's time to move. Maybe some of you, your lease is coming up and you want to move somewhere else. But there is a certain amount of money that's staying. So let's take the one for the lease, right? Let's say you live somewhere, right? And you have to pay rent. Maybe, yes, you want to leave. Let's say you want to leave at the end of April, but you don't want to pay for April. I'm sorry. Justice means that you should pay for whatever it is that's owed. You see that? Because the Seven of Swords is coming out. So justice is going to say, you need to do this so that right things, good things can come your way. So an offer will be made. Make sure that it's just for everyone. Although the Seven of Cups is here to say, wow, your mind is working overboard, overtime, Libra. And it does. Normally, Libras are thinkers, okay? But it's time to rest. And the only way to rest is set these things in motion and let them go. Let them go. Let them go. I once used to make jewelry, and I still have a knack for it, and I still want to go back into it, but not until I have my own home, because the beads were everywhere. When I get engrossed with something, I am all in. So the point of this, the moral of this story is, once upon a time, I was making some amazing pieces, but I loved them so much, I wanted them for me. So I didn't realize that what I was doing was I was hoarding, and I wasn't allowing for the energy to have all these pieces go to good people, or to people that were going to wear them and were going to love them as much as me. Instead, I was hoarding, and I didn't realize it. So I see the money, and it's a big amount of money. It's a large amount of money. It's very quick. Something's happening with it, with the Justice card. But I'm telling you, instead of thinking and overthinking, you're depleting your energy, your positive energy, and you're trying to figure out how to get away with all of this and not give that money to anybody. But you see that? There's change coming. So part of it is this, guys, that Four of Coins, in order to be concrete, cemented, and secure with finances, allow these changes to happen with this Tower. There's somebody that does want this money and partially does deserve the money. And you need to come out smelling like a beautiful rose. Why am I saying this? Not because I want you to give your money away to people, but because in some instances, if this is a marriage, instead of allowing them to take all your money right now and constantly putting salt on your money, walk away with what's just and right for you. Give them what's just and right for them instead of them taking all the money. Because let me tell you, you're trying to figure out how, and I'm not talking to you, only you Libra. There are some Libras out there or some cross watchers out there, for all I know, that are trying to figure out how to leave a relationship with all their money and not leave anything behind. That's trickery. God is not going to bless trickery. So sooner or later, even if you walked away with it, God is telling me you stand to lose it anyway. So instead, walk away with your security, give their security to them that they deserve, and you walk away like the conquering hero, because you'll look good all the way around. Possibly family is watching. Possibly family is looking into this and wondering, what is it that you're going to leave this person with? Are you going to leave them with nothing? No, not necessarily with nothing, with their just desserts. But you're not going to leave behind every single penny that you've earned, because you're the one that had to figure out how to earn it. You're the one that had to go to work every day. So no, they don't deserve every single penny that you've earned, but they do deserve something, okay? Remember, don't soil, don't taint, do not corrupt your own energy, okay? It said, Mona Lisa, how beautiful. What are you telling me? Yes, today is a wonderful day to be in gratitude. Every day is. Because I promise you, if you stay in the gratitude, things will change faster. They will change faster for you, and you will get more out of being grateful than being bitter. You know, I'm going to share something with you guys. I've had to be praying. I've had to be in prayer for, let's say, the last 3 weeks. Well, let's say 2 weeks. Because the first week took me a while. I was like, gosh darn, I feel bitter. I feel angry. What the hell's wrong with me? I am so angry. I mean, I could spit fire. And I did. And then the second week was like, whoa, is that really coming from me? Since I am an empath, am I picking it up from someone else? No, it was coming from me. The third week told me, no, Victoria, it's coming from you. You're feeling bitter. You're feeling angry. You're feeling this discontentment all the way through. So I had to pray, and I had to tell God, look, whatever happened to me, whatever has happened to me, I release it. Whatever has happened to me, whether good or bad, I will find a way to deal with it. But do not allow me to change the beauty of my soul because someone else did me wrong. Because someone else did something that hurt me, that was off color, that I didn't feel good about. And for some reason, I've stayed or remained with the depression, with the anger, with the hurt, with the resentment, with the bitterness. Don't allow me to do that, God, because that's not what you built in me. That's coming from the other person. And if I'm connected to them in such a way that I'm picking up on their energy, so be it. But that's not mine to keep, and it's not mine to live. And I invite you guys to live that way. Not every relationship is going to go right. Why? Because we cannot dictate what people do. We can only dictate what we do, how we behave, how we control our situation, our part of whatever's happening, right? So I had to pray to dispel that energy, because it was like, holy crap, why am I allowing myself to be bitter or feel bitter? So what if this person is unawakened? So what if this person didn't see the beauty in me? So what if they realize that I'm a dream of a lifetime for them, but they don't know how to free themselves long enough to think? And that's the problem too. That's why God wants quietude sometimes in your life, the silence. And people always take silence. Oh, they want me to meditate. I don't like meditation. One person at work, because we have to exercise before we start our work, you know, so that our muscles will be loose, etc., right? And one person spit out, no yoga. We don't want anything on religion. And I started laughing at myself, because if they only knew that the true yoga was part of a religion, or is part of a religion, but the yoga we do in the United States of America is not yoga. It's hatha yoga instead of hatha yoga. So I was laughing because if that girl only knew what she was talking about, right? But nonetheless, people tend to be judgmental. People tend to think that you can't be this way or that way. You have to be just like them. You can't be different. And that's what makes the world go round, guys, that we're all different. Oh, my Lord. Do you see that? The Ace of Coins comes out again. I hope you can see that. So this Ace of Coins is unstable. Why do I say that? Because it's coming out with the Five of Swords. So again, whoever it is I'm talking to out there, yes, you want to defend why you have this, but there's nothing but conflict. It even says plot twist, guys. So this situation is unstable and it's going to cause delays. The more that you fight freeing yourself or moving left, right, or in my advice, just keep going straight. Just keep going. You know, sooner or later, it's going to lead you out the door. That's my gimmick here. That's my gimmick. Just keep walking. Sooner or later, you'll be out the door and have those people behind you. So it doesn't matter. And then you can think when you're thinking straight, okay, now I can go left or now I can go right. Because now you have your mind clear enough to think straight. But sometimes when you're going through things, guys, you can't think straight. The other thing that God is telling us is if we have paperwork, like some of us have to do our taxes, right? But some of us that are planning to leave situations, homes, etc., make sure you have all your important documents in order, you know, where you can find them if you do leave. Make sure that whatever it is that's important to you that you want to leave with, that you pack it, pre-pack it. Who cares? Who cares if you have to hold it in a bag? Who cares? Some of us that were beaten, I'm sorry to put it that way, that had suffered spousal abuse, literally had to move things out a little bit at a time. I kid you not. I rented, once upon a time, I rented a storage room, and every day when I left to go to work, I would pack a bag, put it in the vehicle, or even in my purse. I would use oversized purses in those days, and I would just put it over there. Or you know what? Stuff it in a trash bag because they don't know you're not throwing out the trash. Somebody needs to hear that. You have the Two of Swords to the Five of Wands. Didn't get any better. Did not get any better. Unclear path, withholding, avoidance, stalemate, obstacles, impasse, competition, arguing, chaos, misunderstandings, opposition, lost tempers, possible lost opportunity. So again, if you're not at a point in your life, whoever has to hear this today, because Spirit is spending an awful lot of time telling you, giving you this advice, go straight. If you don't know whether to go left or right, for Pete's sake, you got to keep moving. You can't just stand there. Can you imagine? Even in paintball. Have y'all ever paint? Man, I only had one person shoot me with a paintball thingy, and it hurts, motherfuckers. Sorry to say it like that, but it does hurt. So even in paintball, you got to keep moving. Somebody's going to hit you. So if you want to continue to be hit by these people that are chaotic, these people in your life, and so what if you're just waking up today after 20 years of marriage, 30 years of marriage, 40 years? You know what? The reason I gave my take on this as a family is that it took me 30 years of my life to finally realize, holy crap, I'm in a dysfunctional family unit. It doesn't matter that my brothers and sisters possibly were not the worst of the worst. Maybe they didn't mean to harm me. Maybe they didn't mean to hurt me. But it's from a learned experience. That's what we knew. On the one hand, we had the best types of manners. You know, like the French. Hugging everybody as we met them. I don't do that anymore because I live in a state that's very cold. Not worse than Colorado. Sorry for anybody from Colorado watching me, but you can't even say sir or ma'am there. They want to slap you with fire. And here, people are just very cold. They're different. And that's the way I was raised. You kiss, you shake people's hands, you introduce yourself with your full name. We don't do that anymore. Okay? So I don't think that my family meant to harm me, but some of us that know that we are here and we are coming here for a mission, we're on a mission. Some of the family members that we had, They were here to teach us how to deal with people that were mean, that were ornery, that were awful. I remember being on the roof of my house, and no, I'm not kidding, because I was a tree climber, and I would stay there till nightfall. I can't talk, and I know you guys are trying not to allow this out, but it's coming out anyway. And I would wait till I knew the house was settled, and that was nightfall. Now, there was a good thing and a bad thing about that. On the bad thing, I was hungry, so I learned to eat peanuts. Well, pecans to be exact. But on the other portion, I watched the stars come out at night. Because literally, I would just lay there and gazing at the stars through the whole time until I knew the house was settled. Why? Because I knew my mother's fire was gone. And she would get me the next day, but it wasn't going to be as bad. And my sisters couldn't climb the tree. So some of you might be going through something and you're feeling like, I don't know, maybe exercise is your tree because you retreat into exercise so you don't have to deal with arguing. Maybe for some of you, you go into a room, you close the door. Maybe for some of you, your only peace is when you go and bathe, when you go to the restroom, or are in your car and you're on your way to work and praying on the way back home, please don't let it be as bad as it was yesterday. Whatever it is that you're going through, whoever I'm talking to, you can't sustain this forever. I hope you know that. And nobody, God is not wanting anyone to live this kind of life of misery. It's one thing that you're living this way because God said you don't have a choice, because you don't have another life to live. There's no other direction to go in. But you are basically being told by God this very day, you are free. You are lovable. You deserve love. You deserve kindness. You deserve that whatever you did in the past is the past. Did you ask God for forgiveness? Great. If you didn't, well, today's the day. Just know that you're not supposed to be living this way, guys. You're not. You're not. You're at odds with your own self, with your own life, with what could be, whoever it is that I'm talking to. Because maybe you don't want to be the one in the family that is going against the family, or going against tradition, or going against whatever expectations. Or maybe for some of you, you were never even accepted until you started making money. How about that? You were never no one to the family. You had no self-respect. You had no dignity. They didn't allow you to be anyone until you made it in life. And that's horrible. That's horrible. The devil. Oh my gosh. The devil. Things that grip you. The shadow self. Materialism. Restriction. Talking about people that just made it in this lifetime and now their families respect them. Well, then that's not really respect. That's somebody that wants in on it. Cut me a piece of the cheddar. Four of Cups, missed opportunities again, bored with life, bored with what they already have. Six of Coins, things can move in another direction. There can be balance, kindness, equalness. Oh my gosh, Six of Cups. Whatever it is that you are living, for those that are being told this today, could even be your cross watcher for all I know. Two sixes. The Six of Coins and the Six of Cups. For these people here, for whoever I'm talking to right now, wherever you're at, that's not where you belong. Because wherever you're at, you're going through misery, you're going through pain, you're going through suffering. And sure, to each life a little rain must fall, but when you're constantly living this, that's not a good thing. You either with the devil because the vices that you have in life are just not even making you happy at this point. So even if you have addictions, those addictions are not making you happy. Even if you have money, the money is not making you happy. You're dissatisfied and bored. But the Six of Cups pointing to the past, along with the Six of Coins, somebody from your past tried to help you. Tried to help you to gain that balance. You see here? My goodness. Unmotivated, unsatisfied. And then you see here the balance, the give and the take, the care, the generosity, the kindness. You see that? The Six of Cups, the sweet things in life, shared moments, innocence, soulmate. You see that? Something's pointing to the past. For some people, they left behind the past and walked towards things that they felt were opportunities they didn't want to miss. But those opportunities have been bringing nothing but heartache. They've been bringing nothing but resentment, nothing but pain. So I don't think that's where you belong. Whoever it is I'm talking to today, whether it's the Libra or someone else, I don't know. But I'm telling you, look, even Prudence is on the bottom. See the Hermit? What would you like for the Libra to do? What would you like for the Libra to do? Wow. What would you like for the Libra to do? What are you advising the Libra here? Cards flipped over. Oh, wow. Let's see. First thing came out is you. So do you want me to tell you what this means to me? What this means to me for you coming out right there? God wants you to be you. Guys, I'm an empath, so if I start crying, I'm sorry, but I'm feeling this very, very, very deeply right now. God wants you to be you. God doesn't want you to be somebody who you're not, or somebody else wants you to be. God wants you to be you. Take the reins of your life and be you. If people don't like you for who you are, F-U-C-K them. Because you were born this. This is you. So if they're with you but don't want you to be you, how does that work? How does that work? How can you not be you? Then they don't love you. Again, it's my feeling that they're loving something that you're providing, whether that's sex, whether that's money, a place to live, maybe you give them gifts, your time, for friends especially. Some people are like that. My mom used to have a friend. Bless her heart, I don't know how she stood to be this person's friend for years. Okay? I'm not saying that to be ugly, but I've woken up a lot in the last 3 years. This lady, if she only had $1, I would have understood. Because we do have friends like that, and we should never look down on them. Okay? If we want their company and we love their company and they're good to us, if they only have $1, you keep your dollar, my dear. I'll pay. But this woman, everywhere my mom went and took her with her, I have $1. So my mom would always pay. But it was a stingy dollar. It wasn't I only have $1, and that was true. She owned her own house. She didn't even work. She lived off of a pension. So it wasn't that she just had $1. It's that she didn't want to spend any money, but she wanted to ride along. Sometimes we have to wake up. Hello, hello. Remember the 80s and 90s? McFly, hello, McFly, wake up. That's the thing, is that if people don't want you to be you, why are they around you? What are you supplying them with? What are you giving them, offering, expressing, lending? Because some people will borrow money till the cows come home. I'm telling you. I'm telling you to be of courage. Be of courage. Be courageous. And I don't call out a lot of astrological signs, guys, because we might all be Libras or air signs, but we deal with a lot of people all the time. Not just with another Libra, not just with a Scorpio, not just with, you get it. So I don't call out a lot of signs because of that. Be courageous. Look, you're magnificent just the way you are. Just the way you are. You're the star. That means that you have this quality about you that a lot of people look at and admire, not just one person. So don't be afraid to change. And when people say change, I don't mean like change yourself. I just mean to change, transmute yourself into who you are. The 15-year-old in me, for example, didn't take BS from people. I didn't. But after all the beatings, when I was a battered wife, you tend to be like, oh my gosh, if I'm outspoken, I'm going to get my ass kicked again. Again, YouTube, sorry for the cursing. But do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe it's been something like that. Maybe people, only accepted you if you were quiet. if you were quiet as a church mouse and didn't give any flack and didn't talk back and went with the flow. But is that the real you? Maybe you were the type that was very loving before. Queen of Cups energy. You're polar opposite, because remember, when you're the Queen of Swords, everybody thinks you're a bitch, right? Or an a-hole, right? If you're a male. Queen of Cups, very emotionally intelligent. And maybe you were that way as a child, but they didn't want to hear you. And if you grew up in the era that I did, you were seen and not heard. You were not supposed to talk. Now people talk out of their rear end. And that's supposedly politically correct, that we're just supposed to put up with it. But there are some that were reared very different. There's no right, no wrong, okay? I'm not telling you to create a rebellion against your family or friends. But I am asking of you, won't you be yourself today? Won't you be yourself? Like I said, my sister asked me back into her world. But I don't know if she can handle that this is who I am and this is who I've always been. Because some people try to put you in a box. You don't want to be in the box. You were not born to be in a box. Maybe you were the one that broke the mold. And funny enough, I'm the youngest child in my family. I'm a tail end baby boomer, so I'm more a Gen Xer than I am a baby boomer, because I was only a baby boomer for not even a whole year. I was born in October. So think about that, guys. Think about that. I broke the mold. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're not supposed to be like the rest of the people that you've already met or that's in your family. Maybe you're the one that's supposed to make that pivot, make that change. Six of Wands is coming out again, and I apologize, but I did get emotional, so my postnasal drip starts. Another energy of fire here. Money is on its way. You, besides money, they're telling me, you just want to be happy. You want a complete happiness. And I'm here to tell you, if somebody's already said to you, you can't have that, Libra. You can't have that. You can't be happy. Why do you think you can be happy? Why do you think that you can be happy if you change this, that, or the other in your life? If people tell you that, Libra, it's because they're too afraid to change their life. They're too afraid to make this change in their life. Maybe once upon a time, something similar happened to them, and they did not want to take that road less traveled. They didn't want to buck their family or society or whatever because they were afraid. But that's them. I saw the Eight of Wands again. Oh my gosh. Guys, that's why I love using more than one deck, because my cards and my guides, which are the archangels of light, not those that have fallen, they're always here to confirm that what God is telling you, that's what he's telling you to do. He's not going to come and tell you something different. Somebody is not taking the chance to move forward. Now, on the one hand, this is a beautiful card. This is a card of stopping when you use it correctly. When you use the energy correctly, this is a good card, okay? The Hangman gives you time for enlightenment. The Hangman, pardon me, gives you a moment to reflect. Is this the right decision? That's the way to use the Hangman. But the Hangman is not meant to leave you stranded or to leave you in oblivion in that thought pattern like the corral that the unicorn was in. It's a circular motion, and so are your thoughts. You're not meant to stay that way. But don't think, oh my gosh, if I leave, I'm going to end up in poverty. Lord God, in poverty. Look at that. Do you know how to work? Do you know how to work? I'm sorry if God is being a little sarcastic right now, but I'm going with it. Do you know how to work? If you have a trade, if you know how to work, God is saying, how do you think you're going to be impoverished? How do you think you're going to be in poverty? You can build yourself back up. You see that? Seven of Coins. Whatever you touch will grow. Then all your ideas, put them into work. Put the plans in order. But just go. Judgment is in your favor. Oh my gosh. Then you can be the sweet person that you've always been. You can go back to being you, to not having to constantly feel with the sword in your hand like you've got to defend what you say, how you think, how you dress, how you feel, what you say. You don't have to do that. Whoever has taught you that, whoever has led you to believe, that's the only way you're going to be loved. You just have to assimilate, Libra. Assimilate. Get in line, Libra. Get in line. You don't have a right to have a mind of your own. You don't have a right to have these wonderful, fanciful ideas of what you want your life to be like. No, no, no. You got to think in black and white. It's got to fit into this little box. There's an offer coming. There's an opportunity. What did I say? What did I say? The fool's there. There is an opportunity for you to go off on your own. There is an opportunity for you to go your separate way. There is an opportunity for you to march at the beat of your own drum. Yeah, is it going to cost you some work? Possibly. Possibly. But you know what? Do you see these 10 of Wands? It might cost you a little work, but if you look at the top of the 10 of Wands, they're flourishing. Sometimes it just makes you stronger. It makes your character stronger. It helps you to grow. If I had not been homeless when I moved here to New Hampshire twice over, possibly there would have been no character growth for me. Possibly it would not have taught me to respect my money. Possibly it wouldn't have taught me how to pay things off and what not to do ever again. Dude, you've already received the same card 3 times. So the money is going to be there when you need it. And the complete happiness doesn't only come with money. It comes from knowing you're your own person, that you are not someone who just gave in and gave up. That you actually worked hard to separate yourself from the crowd, to separate yourself from the herd. You're not a sheeple. You're not sheeple. I don't have to follow what everybody tells me to do. You know, somebody once told me, I am not a parrot. If they only realized that I heard them loud and clear and to the point, that they didn't even realize you're telling the wrong person that you're not a parrot. Because this person is not telling you to be a parrot. This person has been showing you all the different ways to free yourself and to be you, to be the beautiful soul. I used to tell this person, you're so beautiful. You are so beautiful when you allow yourself to be you. You're so beautiful. And when they don't allow themselves to be them, they're so cold, they're so angry, they're so filled with venom. Why? Because that's what they've been shown to do. It's called retaliation. When I buck you, I'm not going to buck you to leave, but I'm going to do it in such a way that at least I get some kind of satisfaction. What kind of satisfaction is that you later have to go and apologize for the things you say or the way you behave? So no, you're not showing people anything by doing that, but you sure will show them. Is this one? Nope. You sure will show people if you actually make the change back to being yourself. Think about that. Hi, Nina. How are you? Hi, Riley. Pri, how are you? And I still can't get your name right. Is it, Mona Lisa Amos. I believe that's your name. There was a name up there I couldn't pronounce earlier. And I'm so sorry for that. Because I hate people to do that to my name, but they do often. What direction should the Libra go? If any advice, what advice would you give the Libra? What should they work on currently? Oh, that's too much, but I'll take it. Wow. Okay, wisdom. Holy shit. Look at that. Wisdom. Use your wisdom and the star level. The star level is a 3. So it's of importance. How important is this? It's a 3. Okay? They are sensible people and have the excellent sense of balance. And we've been talking about balance this whole time. Funny enough that we're Libras, right? I'm a Libra too. The drawback is that they don't like changes. Holy crap. They don't like changes. This is palmistry indicating versatility. You have to be versatile. You have to be willing to change in order to draw out this wisdom for yourself. 9 of Cups, okay? Marriage line. The star level's 3 as well. They are more in love with their busy work and find it difficult to find a suitable partner. But they may suddenly get married to a talented person. So there's another person in your horizon for those that are in a bad situation. Okay, guys? Star level 3 for that one. Star level 2, your career line. Okay, so it's of less importance, but it's still important. People who have poor luck in meeting the right person can have a happy love life through matchmaking. I don't know. It would have to be a very good matchmaker, because there's people in the world that still believe in matchmaking, meaning arranged marriages. I think what this is talking about is more like, this is the way they are, this is the kind of person they are, these are their hopes and dreams, their aspirations. They are a Libra, or they are I don't know, a Scorpio or whatever. And this is the direction that they see their life going. Are you a good match for this? You know, they like to joke, they like to watch television, they like movies, they like dancing, they like hiking, whatever. That kind of matchmaking, I'm down for. Matchmaking where there's an arranged marriage that you have to marry the person they want you to marry, I'm not down for that, because you may fall in love with that person and it might be the right person. It might be. That's a 50-50 chance. Or you might be stuck with the wrong person for the rest of your life because of your religion or because of your tradition. That's not a good situation. Not a good situation. Career line, another career. Wow, you got 2 cards in a row in reference to career. Star level 2. All right. You can't stay in one job for a long time. You need to be careful and don't give up halfway. So for some of you that feel like you're not getting anywhere, possibly stay in this job just a little bit longer, okay? Because I think there's something there that you're not seeing a big picture on. Lifeline, star level 3, and it says, you are an easygoing person. You won't put too much pressure on yourself, either physically or mentally. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. What did I say? If you can't make your decision up right now, do I go left? Do I go right? If I leave, do I go left or right? Go straight. Just keep walking. Just keep going out the door. Because sooner or later, you're going to have an epiphany and say, you know what? The training wheels are off. I know how to walk or ride a bike with balance now. And I don't need to worry about keep going straight. Now I can go left or right. This is a marriage line again. Holy mackerel. Star level 1. They are pessimistic about marriage, and it's difficult for them to imagine what marriage is like. I see 2 people here. One is a very optimistic person, fun-loving, easygoing person, going with the flow. Let's just do life. Let's be adventurous. Let's live. Let's live. Let's try some things, and what we don't like, we tried them. We won't do those things again. But let's be open to travel. Let's be open to watch a play. Let's go to a concert. Let's go to the movies. Let's take a hike. Let's walk in nature. Let's go swimming in a lake, right? Whatever it is, let's do karaoke. It's scary. I don't know how to sing. So what? Half of the people here don't either. That's why it's karaoke, right? I'm telling you, somebody has 2 different ways of thinking. Like one person has one way of thinking and feels like marriage is a beautiful thing and can be a beautiful thing, but it's with the right person, guys. There's some upset people, people that don't have any, let's just call them pessimists, because that's the word that's wanting to come out. And they can't believe that there's somebody out there for them. They can't, because possibly what they've already experienced is shit. Yes, I said it. Star level 3, Heartline. They have a strong love for their family and are able to build a harmonious and stable family. That can be built together as well. Star level 3, Wisdom line. The line that starts from the roots of the thumb and index finger are fingers that extend towards the other side of the palm. According to this line, the suitable occupation and working style can be determined. So whatever it is that you're working in is suitable for you. Star level 3, heart line again. They are welcomed by people because their strong spirit of service and cheerful personality. However, they also tend to procrastinate excessively. I think I fit into that one. I have a way of being a facilitator for a lot of people. But when it comes to me, I think that and I'm just speaking on my own, you know, maybe you have something that you are overkill on. My overkill is I love helping people. I love people, you know, helping people change their lives, going in the right direction, allowing them to see their purpose. But sometimes I also put myself on the back burner and I don't do enough for me. So again, this winter and going into this spring, it's all about me, baby. Sorry, not sorry. You need to be that way, Libra, because there's something on the horizon that's just for you. Star level 2. The late marriage line, you don't have a relationship that can lead to marriage when you are young. I'm going to put it in another way in a minute. And a late marriage is likely to be more blissful. Again, putting this in another way. Sometimes you marry somebody young and you don't know any better. That's all, the only relationship you've ever known. Maybe you got married in high school. Maybe you got married right after college. And it didn't work out, but you stuck with it. Why? Because you're not a quitter, because you've been taught this is what you do. You work on it. But some of us have worked on it and it still didn't improve. And you're still in that relationship and it's still hurting. So again, just because you got married doesn't mean you're supposed to stay with that person. Maybe the real marriage or an actual marriage of quality. When I say quality, I mean quality of life and not just a quality of person. But sometimes it is a quality of person. Can you imagine? I'm going there. Please just bear with me. Again, my ancestors came from India. And in India, they still believe in arranged marriages. Can you imagine being of a religion and a persuasion of people that you have to get married to the person that your family wants you to marry? And so, for some of it, it's a dowry. And for others, it's not, I don't know. But it's just the family ordering the way your life should go. And when I say ordering, I don't mean they order you to marry, but they do. I mean ordering in the next steps of your life. And you do what your family wants you to do. You marry this person, and then they bicker and fight with you. They fuss at you all the time. And your religion or your tradition doesn't allow you to escape that. To the point of your hair falling out. For Pete's sakes, run, Forrest, run. That's ridiculousness to me. It's ridiculousness. Because in essence, your family doesn't love you. How the hell are they going to love you and force you to be tied to a person that fights with you day and night? You never have a good moment unless you put your... Never mind. I'm not going to say it. But can you imagine? I mean, that's a heart attack away. That's a stroke away. And then losing your hair or losing... Those people, I can imagine why when they live with a person that's always arguing and bickering, I can imagine why they can't imagine having a better life with someone else because of this person that was supposed to be married to them for their whole life and pledged to them for till death do us part, Jesus, is that way with them, then how could they expect someone else that might be little less than a stranger to treat them better? But I'm going to tell you something, and it's not to hurt my family if they should ever hear this video or watch this video. I had a friend who I called a little sister. She treated me so well by comparison of my family that, yeah, it can be possible to meet people that may not be part of your family or may not be an arranged marriage, and those family members, you know, towards the second part of your life, let's say, treat you better than your family did at one time, or than your first husband or wife treated you. And write it in the comments, because I know that in the world that we live in, since we do believe in divorce, some people have had to divorce. I put up with 10 years of beatings and somebody treating me like crap, having letters, numbers, notes from them, lingerie left in my car. I put up with that for 10 years. I'd rather be alone, as they say in Spanish, mejor solo que mal acompañado. Better alone than in bad company. I'm sorry, but you're not going to take me to my grave losing my hair or my virility or my peace of mind. Screw you. We'll go to get a divorce. Sorry, not sorry. Star level 3. Back to the wisdom. Such people have excellent management abilities and goals. They're good at negotiating and compromising. Suitable jobs for them include positions like store manager or on-site supervisors. That's an 8 for the wisdom line. It's an 8 for the heart line, level 3. They are shy and reserved in character and won't take the initiative. However, there is pure love hidden in their hearts. Some people won't tell you that they're in love with you. Oh, there's another 8. Wow. You know, this August, when the Stargate is open for the Leo, right? Leo season, that might have a really, really nice outcome for you of some sort, Libra. Star level 3. Oh, that's a line up and down. Mine is broken because of the other line. Oh, by the way, I have an M on both of my palms, and I don't know if you guys do. It's said to be very rare. I looked at my Twin Flames palms because I thought maybe we would match, but his palms were different. But I have the M's on both the lines, so they're said to be very psychically inclined. So this is another career line, star level 3. You have a very strong work luck, and you are the kind of person who can handle 2 jobs simultaneously. However, please be careful not to be half-hearted about your jobs. So this is a really beautiful reading right here. Whoever I'm talking to, your ethic is really strong at work, and you are fit for more than one position or job or career move. You can do anything. My sister used to call me jack of all trades and master of none, and I turned around and told her one day, but I will never starve. So you have beautiful cards here, beautiful cards. And at least I remind you that the 8 is an affinity. It's an infinity symbol on its side. Yes, it is. So you will never go hungry. You will never lose on money. The only thing that can harm you or harm a future relationship or possible marriage for you is going to be the pessimistic type of view on life that this person seems to be coming in with, Libra. Now, remember I talked about change at the beginning of this reading and becoming who you are. So let's say that you, for you that are waiting for someone, right? Someone from your past. You're not expecting them to change who they are. Maybe that's the way they take things. But I don't foresee that that's what you're saying to them. I think when you've offered them the possibilities of change, it's been as in change back to who you were before you were tainted. Change back to who you were before people harmed or hurt you. Whether that was your family, whether that was love that wasn't true or that felt like abandonment, whatever it was, change back. Change back. Like I said, I was a little badass when I was 15. I knew when people were lying to me before they even opened their mouth. God gave me very strong gifts, and I didn't know how to take care of them. In fact, if you go back to the beginning, like 6 months ago, I posted a video on how I gave my gift away, or at least I thought I did, back to God, because it was so immense, it was scary. And some of us might feel that way towards love. I want to be in love. I want to fall in love. I want my true person to come. I want to open my heart, but it's scary. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. What did I say about the door? If you don't have a peephole on the door, you don't know who's on the other side of the door. Could be something good or bad. But if you're going to constantly live in fear, that's bad too. Because that means you're not really living. You're trying to be very cautious in the steps you take in life. So you're not really living. You're just kind of floating through life until your maker takes you home. And he put us here to have experiences, whether some good and some are bad. But what did you learn from the bad? Fire, stove hot. Not touching that again. That's fine. Stove. It works to cook, to make me a hot supper, a hot meal. Works good. Fire good. Yeah, caveman. Here you go. This is what we're working on. Let's see what they want to tell us. And I do tend to go really, really long on Sundays, guys, because you only have me once a week right now until these people can figure out where they want me, what position they're going to actually leave me in, which hopefully is not in the one I'm in right now. It's very physically demanding, and therefore I can't be here with you more than once a week because I'm tired, guys. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Look at this. This is salvation. Green, I think her name is Tara. Green Tara, salvation. What does your salvation mean to you? And I'm not even, so when I say salvation, some people might automatically go to Jesus or my soul. Okay, let's take the soul. I love Jesus, but let's take the soul. How can you save your soul or salvage part of your soul dying away in a relationship that doesn't serve you, that doesn't allow you to be happy? Because you know that I'm a very serious person at work, but I'm a silly Sally in my personal life. I mean, I am so silly. I love joking around. I love hearing jokes, and comedies are my favorite. But at work, I'm very serious. So the other day, for example, what did you do to her? Why is she laughing? I've even had somebody say to me directly, "You're happy today? What happened?" And I told them, I'm happy every day until you piss me off. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. The salvation of your soul doesn't always have to do with religion. It has to do with being you. Salvaging the pieces that are you. What if people that you live with don't let you be who you are? Like I said, my family stifled me so much. They wanted to put me in a jar if they could. They wanted me to be cookie cutter them. And like I said, tail end baby boomer, not even a year worth of baby boomer, 2 months, guys. I'm Gen X. Gen X broke the mold. They don't take shit from people. They give it. So you've got to be who you are, is bottom line. I'm not saying be sarcastic. I'm not saying be ugly. But do you see how I was laughing at work with the people that made me laugh and serious when I had to be? Because you're not at work to be a clown. And people just sometimes don't understand that. But at home, if people stifle you and don't let you be who you are, yipes. If you can't be who you are at work and you can't be who you are at home, where can you be you? In the car? By yourself? In the restroom? On the toilet? I'm just saying, guys. Yeah, I'm just saying. Salvage your soul. Give yourself the peace of mind that maybe others won't give you. Okay? Stop trying to be everything they want and just be you. Nike is ambition. Okay? So what ambitions are you working on? What do you have as a form of ambition? Are you filled with ambition to build yourself up financially? Are you filled with ambition to get a house? Are you filled with ambition because you need a car and you get a car? Do you want to be a salesperson? Do you want, I don't know, to be the next Fortune 500 company owner? What is it that you want? Spider-Woman co-creation. It sounds crazy, Spider-Woman, right? Because you think of the movie Spider-Man. Spider-Woman co-creation. God has made you a co-creator. That's why when you're angry, things manifest in a negative way. And when you're happy and ambitious in a positive way, things manifest in a beautiful way. And it's long lasting. That's why when your money starts drying up, it's because of your poopy attitude and your, stinky cheese energy that you're letting out into the world in front of you. You're a co-creator. So instead of the web that you're weaving that's maintaining whatever it is that's going on, and especially this reading has told us what? There's people out there that are suffering because they won't walk out the door. They won't walk out the door. So let's say 3 months ago, and I'm not kidding you, 3 months ago, due to moving here to New Hampshire, I put myself into $7,000 worth of debt on my credit cards. And I worked overtime to the point to where I paid it all off in a matter of a month, not even a month and a half. And I was shocked myself, but the determination, being a co-creator, is what it took. You can do whatever you put your mind to. No matter what supercomputers there are in the world right now, even Grok, I fight with Grok every day. Fight with Grok every day. And Grok tells me they can't do something, and I say, Grok, but you just did it yesterday. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You think that's going to make you obsolete? It's not. Be ambitious. What is your talent, Libra? What is your talent? Let that come out in the world. Let it come out. Because for all you know, other people are waiting for your talent to spring forth. Because they've been waiting for you to just be you, to give that positive, beautiful soul of yours some air. Breathe. Breathe. Just be. Breathe. We're not all the same. We're all unique. There's something about us that is important for this world. Just be you. We're spirits of healing. I love these. They're so beautiful. I love the box, but the colors are also really pretty. Reminds me of tie-dye. Sincere relationships. Thank you, God. Everything that we talked about today is rightful relationships with others and with the self. Be yourself. Be sincere. How much more sincere can you be than just to be yourself, guys? Choice. Choice. It's a beautiful card. Love her hair. I thought about cutting all my hair off. I was going to give myself a bob, and then I was like, just small changes. Small changes. See, I go through fear too. I am having a human experience myself. Just do it. Unconditional love. You know, unconditional love can come from others, but it should also be given to yourself. Like I said, in the beginning, my family was, my gosh, I loved them, and I still love them no matter what has happened in our lives. I will always love my brothers and sisters, but I will tell you, that they did not leave room for me to be me. I'm gonna tell you a small story here, and I don't mean this to be hurtful towards anybody. Long time ago, I was such a free agent, man. I was so free-spirited that I had this best friend, and my best friend was gay. He was gay, and he had his partner. And I would go to the clubs with them, and the clubs happened to be clubs for gay people. And when my family found out, namely one sister in particular, when she found out, she spread through the whole family that I was gay. I'm laughing because I'm heterosexual and I love being heterosexual, and I wouldn't want it any other way. But those that are not are not. That's for them to say. But that's the title. That is what I had to fight through. Just one of the things I had to fight through in life, being their sister, was that they thought they knew me. They thought they knew who I was. So my going to places with my friend and his mate was wrong to the family. What do you mean she's going to those clubs? Oh my God, she must be blah, blah, blah. She is, you know, something atrocious to the family. Fast forward almost 40 years. She has a daughter who's gay. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Is while people are trying to stop you from being who you are, God goes and shows them how they should be inclusive, how they should be non-judgmental, how they should be open-minded, how they should be, maybe ask a question, and when you get the answer, believe it at face value. I point blank simple told them, no, I am not gay. They didn't believe it. Ridiculousness. Seek seclusion. For some of you, you have to seek seclusion so that you can break free from the circular motion of your thoughts. Especially for those that I saw earlier today who have to start implementing plans, make plans to execute those plans to leave, because you cannot live this type of life anymore. It's obsolete. It's not beneficial to you or for you anymore. Maybe that karmic that you were living with had something to teach you. But if you've already learned that, and if you've already learned, hey, I don't think I want to live this way. This is not beneficial to me. This is an ouchie. It hurts. Then it's time to go, guys. It's time to go. Any other clarity that you'd like to tell the Libra today? I think we can do our 3-minute meditation today with our goal setting. So start thinking about what you want to bring into your life as I bring about this last 2 portions of the tarot. Please and thank you, so that we'll be ready. As I say to these people, it's time for a change. Look at that. Look at the kind of relationship they're in. And they don't want to give this an opportunity to work with you, Libra. Wow. That's an early grave. I don't wish it on anybody. I'm just stating true facts. That looks like a invitation for an early grave. So they are heavily invested in their career at this time because they want to be financially sound, as financially sound as you are. They are still very young in their minds. We have the Knight of Wands. They're very fiery and passionate. They should be that way towards their life. They need to grow into the King of Wands, someone that does and not just talks about it or thinks about it, okay? They want to build themselves back up because right now they feel more like a knight of coins. They feel like the changes they want to make financially are coming very slow. So that's what's put them in this Seven of Cups energy. It's more like I'm thinking and thinking, how can I do this? How can I make this change? You see that? How can I make this change? They may even have children in their household. Thinking of a move. Thinking of a move or a relocation. There's an ending here. They see you growing. They see you growing your finances. Do you see that? Knight, another Knight of Swords. Nine of Swords. They're unsure how to make these changes come about that they are experiencing at this time. Like they're experiencing bad times, in other words, but they're not sure if they should write it out or if they should make these changes so they can stop suffering. Two of Cups. A new way of life. Ace of Wands there. But they don't know because these finances, they feel like they're losing finances or financially losing. Where they used to be the king, you see that I had it sideways? They used to be the king of coins as per them. They want a positive outcome from this Ten of Wands. They want the Ace of Cups with you, Libra. They do feel it's faded. But their family is very important to them. As I've been speaking on this whole time, family should be important to you, but family should never stifle you. Ten of Coins, Queen of Coins, excuse me, that this family used to have, or they used to feel like together they were the King and Queen of Coins. This is taking a pause before moving. Taking a pause before moving, before doing something. What is it? They're a GYPSY? Sorcery. It is through Jesus Christ. You're right. It's not sorcery though. Termination and divorce. So this person is headed that way already. They're already headed down that path. For those that are waiting on somebody that has put you in a triangle, as I always call it, these are things that go through their mind. Why is Libra set up? Why does Libra, you know, their life seems placid. Their life seems very, very calm and executed well. But it took the Libra cross watcher, it took the Libra to stand back, re-examine their life, and go in a different direction for things to work well for them. Libra didn't just all of a sudden fall into this good energy. For some of us, Libras, you had to back up. Have you ever backed up when you're trying to park into a parking space and you're just not straight? You're either too close to this car or you're too close to this car, or you see that you're not quite in the lines. Libra has had to readjust their life in order for things to start falling back into place. So Libra is only really reaping the benefits of course correction. If you do not stand for God to course correct with you, to help you be a co-creator, to have a better life, a better flow to your life, and happiness to your life, then you're not going to change anything. Your life will be doomed to go in circles, and those circles have a lot of blackness here, a lot of darkness. Think about it. Always fighting with the same person. You just fight to fight another day. And then things calm down a little bit. Why? Because you're not talking. And then you start talking to that person and it goes well for what, 3 weeks? And then you start fighting again for worse things? Or you remember when you did this to me. You remember when you did that to me. And it just gets worse. And that's why I'm saying if you have somebody who you pledged yourself through your family, especially to, then you're expected to take all the malarkey because you have to. How does that work? Does the family come in and take the malarkey off of your shoulders for like, I don't know, a month, and then give it back to you at least to where they can share it? Or do you just get caught up in all of this craziness because you went to the altar? You were a good little boy or girl. You put the ring on. Put the ring on them. Pledged to be with them through love, through darkness, I guess, through bickering. Better or worse, I guess that's what that means. Because I thought better or worse was more like financial. Like today we're on the ups and tomorrow we might be a little bit on the downs, but we're going to go back up together. We're holding each other's hand. We're going through all of this together. We will see it through because I am your backbone, you're mine. We're here together to be in it together, and we'll see it through together. But how is there a together if all you're doing is calling me names, arguing with me, telling me how I'm not good enough, but you sure do like my money, don't you? Yeah, that's what I see here. Somebody likes that money. The Gucci, I'm a Gucci. Yeah, I like the money. I like to be able to be one of those happy life, happy wife. Whoever made that stupid was stupid. So this person feels like if they leave, and they don't put up with all the, God bless. God is telling me, but it's so chaotic. Victoria, it's so chaotic. It's so chaotic. On the one hand, it's like, get away from me, you MF. Get away from me. I can't stand you. I don't like you. You do things to me and you make me angry and you disgust me. And then the next minute, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I will off myself. I will... Yeah, I will S myself. Don't leave me. I will tell all your secrets. Don't leave me. I'll take all your money. Don't leave me. You know that we love each other. I'm the one for you. You're the one for me. We're pledged to each other. You're never supposed to leave. I'll be better. I'll do better. I'll do better. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to be? How do you want me to be? I'll do what you want. You want to go with this one, that one, and the other? Go for it. Go, go, go. Just don't leave me. Don't leave me. Then it's back to the arguing. You SOB, cannot stand you. But you don't want to leave. Oh my gosh. It's incredible. And then you don't want the Libra to grow. You don't want the Libra to be happy if it's without you. You know, if you're going to stay with the other person, cross-watcher, the least you can do is wish the Libra well so that the Libra can go and be happy. If not someone, that's what you should do. You should be righteous, because you don't want to walk away because it's too scary. And maybe you deserve all the crazy things that your Helga or Ramon call you, because that's a coward's way, not wanting to face life. Life is uncertain at times, but life can also be very beautiful. Wow, you got two cards that are very, very, very distinct. Funny enough, like 2 weeks ago, I got this number. When I opened the box, it literally said 666. Then when I opened up what's called a packing slip, it literally said 666. And I was like, this is weird. But God made all numbers, so they can't all be wrong. This is for reflection. The 666 is for reflection. It has nothing to do with the Bible, okay? Angel whispers. When you allow time for reflection, and I keep saying that through all the decks that we had today, you need to find time to be by yourself to think things through. But don't worry right now about going left or right. Just keep going straight out the door. When you allow time for reflection, you allow yourself to see where inner shifts are needed. It is time for you to look at your beliefs and ask, is this serving me, or is it time for me to release this? Reflect, refocus, and readjust. Affirmation. As I refocus on what serves my highest good, I feel myself shift into my highest self. 222. Balance. Angel whispers, now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance? Imbalance or resistance? Divine whispers are here to remind you that the alignment that you seek also seeks you. Breathe, rest, and reset. Affirmation. What feels peaceful and calm easily finds me as I restore the balance within me, within myself. That's the problem I see. That is the problem indeed. I see that right now, from what I can tell, they're calling for one more. The Libra has balance, has regained the balance of their life, of themselves. And that's what the cross watcher is seeing and envying even. Cross watcher, you too can have it. But you have to step back. You have to reflect. You have to find the silence long enough to hear your creator talk to you. If you're constantly talking in your mind and people are constantly talking at you, you will never hear your creator tell you or give you the advice or your guardian angels directing your feet, your path. You can't hear when you're talking. Stop and think about it. Moonology, what does it tell us? Conclusions are within reach, son of a gun. I'm telling you guys, these changes are here for a reason. For some, God literally said, I'm not giving you another opportunity. You didn't take the opportunity when it came. Too bad, too sad. Bye. See, you wouldn't want to be you. God has a funny personality. If you really know him, he can be quite facetious. But he's giving you another chance. He's opening the door yet again. And you do have free will, and you've had this free will, cross watcher, that you have utilized for a long, long time. But once in a while, God and his archangels of light step on in to kick our butts because we won't listen to reason or wisdom. So it's time to listen, because you keep saying you can't handle this anymore. You want the change. Well, God has given you this opportunity. Don't be like the people that say, I'm not getting in the boat because God is going to come save me himself. God provided the boat. Get the hell into the boat and get out. All right, we're going to do our 3-minute meditation. You can follow along with me and do exactly as I do or not. It's up to you. All I do ask you is, if there's someone in the room with you, please ask them to do the meditation with you or work on their own goals or get out, because it does cause you not to be able to fully develop your goal. Okay? So I'm going to turn on our Christmas candle. I cannot believe we still have it. We're already into more than mid-March, and we have our candle. We still have our candle. I light it just to give us something to concentrate on as we're building, okay? So the way this 3-minute meditation goes is I give you a few minutes to build whatever it is that you want. The only thing God asks you is it cannot be something frivolous like a Ferrari or a diamond ring that doesn't come with an engagement and an actual man or woman. Things that you need and not just necessarily want, okay? Has to be something that helps you and may help other people along the way. So let's get going. So we're going to start with, I was going to say number 1 here, we see our screen to the left. Okay, just imagine that it's a monitor, like a computer monitor or a TV that's off. So it's going to be black. It's not going to have anything on there. That's where you come in. What are you trying to build for yourself right now? What are you asking God to help you with? Is it a home? Is it a car? Is it a job? Is it a career growth? Is it more wisdom, more enlightenment, more money? What do you need? More friends? Not the energy, but the courage behind the energy to stand up for yourself, to stop being squashed by family or by friends or by a wife or a husband or co-workers or anybody. What is it that you want? Do you need a blessing right now? Do you need a blessing to come in? Do you need a miracle to happen for health? What is it? You need somebody to get closer to you, to let you in closer into their heart so that they can finally see you and understand that you're only here to love them, to add something beautiful to their life and not for harm. What is it? Please start building that right now. Start formulating everything into that blank, dark screen. I do close my eyes because I can visualize easier that way. So I invite you to do that. If you don't feel comfortable, so be it. Then don't. Okay, can you start seeing everything come to life? Start moving it to your second screen, which is right in front of you. Keep working on it. Okay, start putting in the finishing touches now. Start seeing it. What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What does it look like? What does it smell like? Do you care where it comes from? Does it have to come from a specific place? Or can God just manifest this for you organically? Oh my gosh, I had to open my eyes because I literally felt the Holy Spirit was touching my hair, and I could feel the wisp of the hand on my hair. Thank you, God. Please move everything to your right and final screen to your right. And start tying your bows onto it. Okay, now as you are at your final part of building this goal, this dream, making this manifest, you are a co-creator with God. I need you to start extending out your hands, both hands, and whatever you're building is in your hands. And you see someone walking towards you from the other side, and you welcome them coming into view, and it's Archangel Michael. I need you at this time to extend your hands out and place this into his hands so he can take to God, so that it can be made manifest for you for your greater good. And so it is. And this has been our Sunday Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I love seeing your names flash across my screen, especially over and over again as you join me on Sunday. May you have gas and blessings for your tank, your human tank, to keep going. This reading has been made today and is good until next Saturday, until we come together again on Sunday. May you be blessed. Please do consider joining this family, this YouTube family. We come together in prayer and commonality, you know, just to be able to lend each other positive energy. And for those that have come here and are of accusing spirits, it really doesn't matter, because in the end, there's only one God. It doesn't matter whether you see him as a her, or you see God as the air. He made everything, including us. Be blessed. Thank you so much again. See you again soon. I feel so much peace right now. Time for bed. Bye.